First, the poster looks nothing like how the film would be. Then the opening titles kick in with a very eerie track. Then the opening is basically just a propaganda film with a bunch of stock footage that reminds me a lot of those propaganda films about trains I used to watch when I was younger. Then the main character is introduced, and he sees something. The people don't know it, but somehow a spaceship crash lands or some creature comes out of absolute nowhere. The distressed main character, who's usually a male, reasons what's going on. Then the people who he's around don't believe it. Then we hear many reports on machines going missing, people going missing, various things going missing, things getting killed. Then we see the love interest in the film. Then the monster movie turns from a monster movie into a romance. Then the scene afterwards introduces random people, a couple, people in the military, people in the plane, any people who are randomly established or introduced, and then the monster's revealed. Sometimes the monster may be a really cool-looking Ray Harryhausen creature, like a dinosaur, alien, or some sort of other type of monster, while others may just use a stupid, ugly puppet like a giant insect or a really ugly creature. But with this movie, I will go with a giant Shih Tzu. Then the monster devours the random people that were introduced, and then we cut into like a part where the main character gets a report on a monster literally running loose, because more people eventually start seeing this creature. And then the main character sees this creature once again. Him and his stupid babe reason with the military, and then the military try to destroy the monster using 1950 stock footage of F-86 Sabres and other fighter jets flying in the U.S. Air Force during the 1950s. The monster's hard to kill, so it ends up killing the pilots and stuff, and also killing a couple people on the ground. Then later on, the monster then comes back and haunts the main characters once again, with the woman screaming at the top of her lungs. Then the main character tries to figure out an idea of how to kill the creature. He comes up with the plan, the monster then falls for the plan, and then the monster dies. Usually having like the main character and his love interest loving on each other. Then it cuts back on the dying monster or the monster's corpse. And then the movie ends just like that.